Welcome to the Redvee TV preview show, supported by A-Star Recruitment for the 2019 season, as we look ahead to Saints' round 26 clash against the Leeds Rhinos at Emerald Headingley Stadium this Thursday night. See, you've got the branding right of their stadium. No Kev Pender this week. As some of you may have seen on his Twitter earlier, he is sunning himself in the Dominican Republic after getting somebody to marry him.
Yeah, congratulations to Mr. and Mrs. Pender, to Kev and Emma. Fantastic pictures. It's probably the smartest I've ever seen in a lot.
Clean shaven as well.
Clean shaven, yeah.
Yeah. Emma's just got to put up with him now, I'm afraid.
For the rest, until death.
But on the plus side, he's going to be lying there on the sunbed watching us too. Exactly. And it's another view.
Yeah.
Okay, team news this week then.
So yeah, team news. 2 changes to the 19-man squad. Joseph Paolo misses out and looks like he might not make Wembley, alongside LMS, the July Player of the Month, who appears to be rested, probably deserves it. He's got through some work the last month. In come Morgan Knowles, hooray, and
Joe Batchelor.
Joe Batchelor.
For his first
the Jared sponsored Joe Batchelor.
Yeah.
Dave, I was
yeah, and it's his first appearance in the squad since Catalan in April, if he gets a game. What do you do this week? I think we can pretty much say he's looking at going full strength or as best he can with what he's got available.
Keen to point out that he's done a presser about 2 hours after the team was released, because immediately everyone's going, Coote's not going to be fit for Wembley, what's happening with Big Al, is he going to be? And he said they'll all be 100%, not should, no messing around, they will all be 100% for Wembley next week. Disappointing, because we all feel as fans probably that we'd like them to go in full strength on Thursday, but Lachlan Coote's smart enough to come straight back in at 1 at Wembley and slot into that line, especially if Tio and Johnny get 6 and 7 this week.
Yeah, and Walmsley's only going to have had a couple of games off.
And it's his eye. It's not like he won't be doing any running or any of that stuff. He'll still be physically fit.
Yeah, and do you know what? We talk about match fitness a little bit. Them players run hard at each other in training anyway.
Course, yeah.
But there's no point risking them to unnecessary injury if you don't need to.
No.
Thursday then, do you go Jack Wellesby stay at full back for you, and you bring Farge back into the halves to play alongside Lomax if that's your first choice pairing for Wembley? Yeah,
it is, and I feel really bad for Danny Richards, because this is the second time now this season he's had a run. He's improved week by week, and then bang, we're back to our usual 6 and 7. And you can't argue with our usual 6 and 7 being Tio and Johnny because of the way that they started the season. A little bit of interruption here and there, and Danny's done what we all thought he would do. He'd come in and he'd do the job when needed. I don't think he's missed a goal for the last 3 games.
No. I think I mentioned him an opinion column for the Liverpool Echo this week. Just get that in. That Danny Richardson could be the most unluckiest person at the club, because he's essentially, it's took him a little bit, but he's got a bit of form, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has, and his confidence seems to be growing. At London, I lambasted him for that dummy and not giving it, but then the week after he goes and does it and sold the defender and went in under the sticks. And you can see when he scored at London and then when he scored the week after, his reaction shows you how much it means to him. But it looks like, I mean, Jack Wellesby last week, credit to that lad, 18 years old, looked unreal, slotted into that line just outside Johnny, seamlessly, caught everything, tackled well.
And for me, it's the young lads who've come into the side that are allowing us to play as well as we have, because they're slotting in, they're not looking out of place, they're winning us games still, but your big name players, your Fars, your Lomax and the likes are getting a chance to have a little bit of a break, and when the big games come round, we're fit and firing.
Yeah, the experience can come good, and I think that's why.
You know what? That's spot on, that word experience, because these young players are more than capable of playing on the biggest stage.
Of course they are.
The only thing they lack at this moment in time is that big game experience, possibly.
And if you look at our pack, obviously Morgan's going to come back in, slot straight in at 13. You'd think Sefa Paolo looks like he's going to miss out at Wembley now if it's a hamstring.
I wonder whether it's
protecting him.
I wonder if it's just protecting him a little bit, whether it's as bad as first fear. Maybe he's just felt a twinge, and that's why he went off at that point. Because you never seen him pull up. He went off after the try he scored, didn't he? So hopefully that might just be a little bit precautionary.
Looking ahead to next week, I think there's 15 names definitely pick themselves. Your 13 picks itself. I think Matty Lees is definitely going to be on the bench. LMS is definitely going to be on the bench. And I think the other 2 spots are filled through Jack Ashworth, Kyle Amor, who'd be terribly unlucky to miss out. Jack Ashworth's got loads of Challenge Cup finals ahead of him. This might be Kyle Amor's last chance. And Sefa Paolo. And if Paolo does miss out because of a hamstring, that could be Jack Ashworth's slot in that 17.
Don't see how Amor misses out.
No, me either, because he's got through a lot of work.
He's got through a lot of work. He's played in all of the big games.
What about his lung buster?
He's put in fantastic performances. At the end of the day, you want players to play themselves into a shirt, and that's what he's done.
And he's got that experience. He's been there, he's done it. He was part of the 2014 team that won the grand final. So he's played in those big games, and as much as we like Jack Ashworth, and Jack Ashworth's got loads of potential to develop into the next.
Do you go with that experience on the day?
I think you do.
Listen, you're coming back next week for the next preview show, so you better hold on then, thoughts. Now, the Leeds Rhinos, we're coming with you with a full-strength team, as much as we've got. But that said, Leeds now should be safe. They're not in the mix for relegation.
If anything, I don't know if you watched the game, you could hear the Leeds, the Old Trafford song. They were singing that pretty full pelt, and I've put it on my notes here. They're on 20 points with 4 games left, and there's 3 teams, Salford, Catalan and Castleford, tied on 26. I obviously don't want us to lose ever, but I want us to win this game on Thursday.
Just to put
even
them out.
more. Well, it doesn't fully mathematically put them out. It depends on then Catalan results, but just so we can say, look, come and rebuild next year. Brad Singleton's missing out. He's got a 2-game ban. That was announced last night, I think. Their squad looks pretty similar to last week. Stevie Ward come back into the 19. There's a rumour that he might not play. It's just about match day fitness. But yeah, I fully expect what we've got. And if the 17 is going to be Matty Costello and Danny Richardson to miss out, I fully expect that team's capable of going there.
Now, does it aid us that Leeds have found a little bit of form? They've won the last 2 games, combined score, aggregate score, 92 points to 8, I think it was.
Yeah.
We don't need a team that are going to roll over and die against us a week before Wembley. We probably need this little bit of a test.
Yeah, we do. We need a tough game. We need to go there, put our best foot forward, try and win the game, get a little bit of momentum going into next week, because Warrington, I think they're going to have a tough night on Friday. Steve Price mentioned in his presser last week that he's going to have a couple of lads back. He's got to go full tilt ahead of the final. They could pick up a niggle or 2.
Yeah, and Wigan are still not far off second place.
No,
they'll be looking to overtake Warrington, so they'll be going full pelt at them, not taking any prisoners. We couldn't have probably asked for a better scenario.
No, if Wigan beat Warrington, I think that ties 3 of them on 30 points, doesn't it? With Hull, who do Hull play this week?
That's what you're Kev Pender this week, not me.
I've not done all of my research. I've not got it on here. But yeah, I think 3 and then after Wembley, obviously Warrington. Depending on what happens, they've got a fight on their hands to finish in that home spot.
That week after Wembley, whether you win or lose, is just a.
We've got a big dinner plate coming here or something.
Yeah.
For the Castleford game.
But that's the thing. If you win at Wembley, the players deservedly can go out on the proverbial ale all week.
I'll pay for it.
Yeah. And if you lose, then
that was a joke, by the way, just in case anyone calls me on that.
And then if you lose, you're on a downer. So listen, the week after Wembley, I don't particularly care.
No. And
Castleford
will be in that mix then, won't they?
Play Cava for 2 weeks of all inclusive.
Yeah. Well, they'll set some stuff in. I'm just joking, Kev. If we play Cass then, and then that brings Cass closer to that
into
top
the mix,
5 mix as well. So
and we'll have 3 games left before the playoffs. Is that the game that you give everybody a week off potentially, and do what we did at London, and go with a youthful 17 and then build up again to the playoffs?
I was thinking on the way home today about how the season might play out, and our last game is Hull away. That could land us a.
We'll play a competitive side, but allow them to leapfrog the wire.
But I'm happy for us to roll against them.
That said, then, Thursday night we should go there and win, shouldn't we?
Yeah, you'd think 16 to 20 is looking a pretty strong bet. It depends on them. They've got a vocal backing. There's been a lot in the press this week about referees. That's one thing I really hope. Might be one of the reasons LMS has been rested. because he
keep
likes
his
a bit
mouth
of a conversation
Yes.
with the referee.
And do you know what? If anything this week, you don't want anybody ending up on reports, no sending offs, no disciplinary issues,
That's the thing.
no injuries. And do you know what? Yeah, go through our set moves, go through some sort of game plan we're going to play for Wembley. Do you know what? I don't care about the results again. I care about the performance, but not the results.
Yeah, same. And it's good that it's on Thursday because we just need to get it out the way.
And then you've got 9 days
Paint the
before
town
Wembley.
red and white. Just a comment on that as well. I seen something on Twitter. A Warrington fan, we shouldn't really talk about people the other side of Sankey Canal, but a Warrington fan has commented about some of our fans decorating houses, and I think it's absolutely brilliant. Kids are off for summer, they've got their mums and dads at home, and
Maybe do you know what? It's normal in this neck of the woods though.
we should do it.
As much as I hate them, the red side of, the red quarter of Merseyside
do that well for
do when they get there.
League, yeah.
It's our time. We should be doing it, and I know it's Mike Critchley and the St Helens Star who've led the way for people decorating the houses. Yes, it should be done, and if you've not done it already and you have opportunity
Do
to
it, yeah.
do it, and show some pride in the town, because let's be honest, we haven't got much else apart from a good rugby team, have we? 11.5 minutes. Anything else you want to add?
Other news this week: Saints ladies with a 34-18 away victory against Bradford. Our under-16s, I went watching the first half at Blackbrook. I've never seen a game of rugby like it. Every single set bar one, there was a penalty. They won 22-16. That
Wasn't one of these Super League officials refereeing it, was it?
Ben Taylor, I think it was called. And then obviously our under-19s won also on Sunday at Blackbrook against Newcastle Thunder. So yeah, Kev Brown's joined Lee on loan.
Now, see, that's one for me. If Blake Austin was only going to be out for a couple of weeks...
Who's Blake Austin?
He's in Lomax's
Oh,
pocket.
right.
If he was only going to be out for a couple of weeks, then do you not just run with Kev Brown for a couple of weeks?
Yeah, there's something I
But the
missed
fact
there.
that they brought Smith in,
Yeah.
does that tell you they might be a little bit more long term and they're looking for him to play alongside Patton if Austin's not right?
Smith, who can't play at Wembley.
Yes.
Just to clear up, he can't play because he wasn't registered in time. So
Had to be done Friday before the semi-final. Despite what the Warrington Guardian may tell you, he cannot play, and if he does, we'll win the game by default.
they're very quiet on the Blake Austin front, which leads me to believe that maybe they're doing everything they can, the injections, all sort, to get him to play. You don't know, do you? I think Warrington as a club are lying low at the minute, rightfully so, after all of the press coverage they've received, negative press coverage. I would like to see someone come out. Everyone says let him play, so then they've got no excuses. But for me, I had this conversation with someone recently about Stefan Ratchford's impact on that Warrington team, and I think if you put Ratchford outside of Blake Austin, he could cause you problems in that three-quarter line, and I'd rather that.
Yeah, and you know what? You don't want to see a player miss out through injury, but our chances of victory go up without him being there.
One final thing, I know we're on 13 minutes. Just to say that obviously there are a selection of people currently who are on day 2 of the, let me get this right, the Paramount Digital Wembley Challenge. Today they've cycled 87 miles from Carcassonne to Montauban. Everything seems to be into a headwind, Dave I was saying. Obviously they're doing it to follow in the footsteps of Steve Prescott for the SPF from 10 years ago. Taylor's going to put the ball on the halfway line. They're doing 900 plus miles on the bike.
I don't think I've rode 900 miles in my life.
26
miles.
miles.
I've gone 900 miles in my car.
26 mile dragon boat.
Days.
I don't even know what a dragon boat is. And then you've got to run a half marathon, and many of them aren't runners. Dave's got a Just Giving link, and there's a Just Giving link on the SPF that if we're all right, we'll put in the comments below. And what they're doing is unbelievable. They're cycling 900 miles in 12 days, which is like average of 80 odd miles. I don't even know if they're having a day off. So if you've got a spare fiver or any pocket change, just to add to the total fund, because it's all for a great cause and in memory of Steve Prescott. And Dave keeps putting on, keep pedalling, keep smiling. So guys, well done, keep pedalling, keep smiling.
Good luck, boys. Hopefully you'll get to Wembley before we do. Right, don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and we will catch you on Thursday night for a fan reaction, hopefully after no disciplinary issues and no injuries prior to Wembley. Catch you soon.
Take care.
Oh, I didn't tell you, this is Kev Cunningham, not Kev Pender.
Big Kev.
I didn't even introduce your name at the start, but we've got to get you in at the end.
Big Kev, he calls me.
Hey Kev. Yeah, hair, I'll call it. All right, catch you soon.